welcome. This is Elena Rosalind Michelle, the designer, curator, artist behind Star Destiny Creations, as well as my other channel, the Star Destiny Creations Plus. So on this channel, I work with crochet and knitting. Mostly right now I've been doing crochet for cognitive brain function or memory function. And this month I am doing a collab with Claire. So thank you, Claire, with Claire's Crafty Corner for this Easter collaboration 2023. So excited to be here. I actually have my products done. Hopefully I can actually get this to record. This is take 2, 3, and 4. So, you know, technology. It is fun at its best. Okay, so how I've been running my channel is that my subscribers get to pick what a big project that I make during the month. So the month of February was the shawl, and this month of March, is a bucket hat, specifically a floral granny square bucket hat. And they also get to pick the colors or the skein that I will be using. So let me get to what I used. So they voted on using cotton. So I got this spool. It's kind of like an off-white cotton, 100% cotton, and yeah, it's a medium 4 worsted weight. And then I got this hot pink. I believe this one is from Lily Sugars and Cream. I always say Lily Sugar and Cream or Cream and Sugar or something like that. Then I got this yellow, and I want to say that this is the brand that is called Just Cotton from Dollar Tree. So I went through one full skein plus another, I want to say 12 inches, so another foot. So they, my original skein had 4 ounces, and now you can get this at Michael's for 2.5 ounces. The original skein of the hot pink I got at Joann's for the 4 ounces. So if you have a discount, use it. So these are the colors, and like I was saying, that my cognitive journey has been since the COVID. I have long-term COVID symptoms. I have a very significant military injury that's getting worse, that is pinching on my spinal cord and nervous system, and all the cords down in the lower lumbar. Plus I have a sinus infection that I'm having surgery in May, mid-May, if my insurance covers it. So I have a lot of things that are going on. So my body tends to like fail. Like in the month of March, I really didn't feel like I could get a lot done. I had another big stress with a legal matter that got dismissed, thank God. So there was a lot of different stress things other than physical things that my body was going through. So yeah, I am outside, and right now it's really windy. I want to apologize ahead of time that I live near an airport, a railroad. There's dogs who like to bark at the cats going around. Now we got the wind, so hopefully this will be okay, because I'm not redoing this again. Like I said, this is like the 4th time recording this. Also, when we get into the clips, there is a black and white clip. Not sure how that changed from color to black and white, but that's how it was recorded. Okay, so I bet you wondering what I made. So it was a bucket hat, a floral granny square. Now the original tutorial used a 3-row pattern for the square, and I used a 4-row pattern, and so this looks like dahlias. So this is the pattern. I actually made this pattern up in my head and remembered how to do the floral granny square like this. I've been doing this granny square for over a year, and yeah, I did all of this from memory and did my own thing. So let me put it on. So for Easter, you know, we tend to like to dress up and stuff, and this yeah, the ends, it really looks really ruffly. You remember watching Flora Eagles and they had those sleep bonnets on? That's what this sounds like. Sorry about the plane. Still rolling. Okay, so this is 100% cotton and it will shrink. It can shrink up to 50% if it gets wet. So I don't mind it big because it's going to shrink down and then it will stretch a little bit and then it will fit. So yeah, dahlias. So I think this is a really great spring into summer hat. Now, this is not the only thing that I did for this project, for the Easter project. I want to share a memory with you after watching this clips. So stick around. You want to stick to the end because it gets even better. and I want to apologize for the black and white clip in there. Something happened when I moved from an outside into the tent to do some of the video, and something changed onto the camcorder. Now the camcorder is actually from a subscriber who sent me money and donations. So thank you so very much. All the donations help me to keep doing this channel. I am rising out of homelessness into a home, hopefully, so anything helps to actually just keep doing creative things. You could buy me coffee. There's links down below. There's links to Amazon for donating yarn and other things to donate as well. So like me making things of the yarn and donating them to an organization. So if you know of a great organization that does take crochet anything, let me know. I also want to mention too that on my channel I have a subscriber who makes not makes but votes for the big project that I do. Did I mention that? I feel like I've said that so many times I probably already mentioned it. I'll mention it again. So at the end of the month, like this last month, this last week, if you're watching this on April 1st, Saturday, April Fools, it's no fooling around here. So they have, I'll put polls for 4 to 5 days, and they get to select a project, and I'll have a list of beginner projects, and there's a lot of things I haven't done. So February was a shawl, March is the bucket hat. So for April, it's a cardigan. So I've never made a cardigan, so we'll see how that goes. They also get to select the tutorial that I follow, or the the type of cardigans, because there's like different kinds, different types. And then they also get to pick the colorways, the color schemes that I'm going with, mini skeins or the variegated with different colors in them. So that's really excited. So yeah, so my subscribers selected this, and I wanted to share a memory before we get going about Easter, because this is what I turned this hat into. So you have to stick around. Don't forget to subscribe. Leave a comment down below what your favorite Easter memory is. What was there a particular item that you got for Easter other than candy or a basket? So we grew up where my mom was a waitress, my dad was a hired farmer, and we didn't have a lot of money. Even back then, times were really tough. So my mom would always use something that we had, or buy a hat or a bonnet or something, and she would turn that into an Easter basket, and she would put all the goodies and some homemade stuff in there, and the candies, and that's what we would use. So I changed this bucket hat into an Easter basket, and then you're gonna watch me feel it. So stick around, it's exciting. You don't want to leave. Okay, so let's fill it up first, and I'll tell you what us kids used to do to try to fool the Easter Bunny. Okay, so Mom would fill it up with grass, and there's usually eggs, right? These chocolate eggs, jelly beans that we fill things up, but I do a lot of plushies. So I used yarn to make a plushie. And this yarn, I don't see it around, is called Pitter Patter. It's Bernat Baby Blanket. It is actually used with, I want to say I did use a 7mm hook with it. So this is a really teeny tiny little egg. Fits in the palm of your hand. I bet you, probably like a goose would have laid this, or maybe, a chicken egg. I mean, it's a little bit bigger than the bantams, or bantams. I don't know. They were really small eggs. And then we fill them up with bigger eggs. So white chocolate eggs, or the eggs that's filled with cream and stuff. So I made this. This is, again, Pitter Patter. It's a bigger pattern. We still use the 7mm. So we'll put that into our basket. And then I have to have another big one. So this is a little bit smaller than an ostrich egg, but bigger than turkey egg and a goose egg. And it's made from Planetary, This is a Bernat baby blanket sparkle. So there's little sparkles in there. I don't know if you can see that, but little sparkles to add a little something to it. All right, so I got into an egg happy place, and I was thinking I didn't do enough eggs, so I did another one. And this is from Just Chenille, and it's really nice and soft, right? Really nice and soft and plushy. And the Just Chenille comes to the Dollar Tree. It's $1.25 now. With tax here is $1.37. I had to buy cases of colors because my Dollar Trees around in my area don't carry anything other than white and silver. So the peach color is called Mango. It's considered a super bulky 6, but I used a 5mm to make this egg. And it's kind of fun because I did the 2 different colors. And the yellow is a lemon yellow. So Just Chenille, I'm carrying actually a Just Chenille yarn in my store. So you want us to check that out, Star Destiny Creations. I'll be happy to have you to buy something. I also have a cross stitch store. It's called Not Treasure Patterns. And it's all of my original artwork from the Star Destiny Creations Plus transformed into counted cross stitch. So if you know someone, please share. Anything helps to get me out of homelessness. Okay, so those are all the eggs. So, but we still have more. So my mom would be so creative in what she would put in. She would have everything represented. So what are we missing? Peeps, right? Marshmallow Peeps. Well, I have a little peep, almost like a blue raspberry. This is from a pattern. I used a 5mm, and this is the Just Chenille and Aqua. So yes, I have, well, now 10 of these for sale. So isn't the Peep so cute? So we'll put the Peep in here. Last but not least, my mom usually did things, well, as you can see, 4 at a time, 2 at a time. Her last name was Baker, so we did sometimes 13 before the Baker's dozen. But we're going to do a pair and do a deuce, and we have another Peep. This one was like grape lemonade or grape, but actually the color is called Meadow Violet, and it is from the Bernat Baby Blanket Sweet Snuggles, I think is what it's called. It's really nice and soft. I really had a great time making these. Now these ears I did not fill up, but on this Aqua blue raspberry one I did put a little in there. So adorable. This makes a great Easter basket for your loved ones, for your children, for donating to homeless shelters, VA, anything that kind of reminds them of a really good memory is great for those who are homeless. So here is my Easter basket. Oh, goodies. So I told you to stick around, and wasn't that worth it? So much fun. Okay, so what we would do while we were preparing for the Easter Bunny. Well, we didn't know it was for that my mom was the Easter Bunny, right? Or her parents were. So we would get our cowboy hats, and I would find a string because I was older, 2 years older than my brother. And this is like when I was like 4 and 5 years old. I can remember doing this. And I would get a ribbon. I would get a very long piece of yarn. I mean, every year the pieces of yarn would get longer because, okay, so what the idea was we put the rope or the yarn underneath the hat, and we would set it out like on the coffee table or on the recliner or on the couch so that we would remember where it was, right? We could see it. Well, that doggone Easter Bunny would go and hide everything. So we would have to go and find him. And so the idea was, okay, after, probably I was like 5 and thinking, okay, I would put that rope there. So the rope would drop Easter Bunny would just, you know, be quick and put the stuff there and then leave the rope out for us to find where Easter baskets were or Easter hats. Well, there goes Southwest Airlines. So that was our mentality, right? To follow that rope. Because the Easter Bunny, of course, would be too quick to realize that there was a rope hanging off of the basket or off the hat. Well, that doggone bunny was way too smart. He would put the rope inside the hat, put the grass in, and then all of the fillings for the chocolates and for the, you know, little toys and stuff that we got. I think we got coloring books and colored pencils as well. And, you know, because, you know, we grew up where we didn't have a lot. But anyways, those are memories. And again, every year, I think until my parents got a divorce, the rope kept getting longer. So it started from like maybe like a 12 inch 1 foot rope to like 3 to 5 feet rope. And then we didn't do so much with the Easter Bunny because then it changed into buying more Easter clothes, things that were more practical. But yeah, those are my Easter memories. Leave your best Easter memories down below in the comments because anything that you can like, subscribe, share, and leaving those comments really helps me to get into the algorithm. And I am trying to get into making YouTube as my full-time job because there's not other jobs that I can just do this on a whim and make really fun stuff, plus do my own art therapy and help others along the way during, you know, doing my videos. So I appreciate any of the follows. I've been growing pretty significantly since January, so thank you for those who are returning followers. You are my stars. And then my new followers, I would consider you my new stars, my dear lovely stars. So thank you again for watching. And again, I want to thank Claire and Crafty Corner for sponsoring this Easter collaboration of 2023. Well, bye now, and we'll see you in the next video.